A few weeks ago, we checked out the potential matchup between Andrew Tate and KSI. It's now clear the top G has his sights on Logan Paul since his most recent comments on his podcast, where he turned his back on Tate and slandered him throughout the entire episode, which we'll check out later on in this video. So be sure to stick around to the end of the video, that way you won't miss out on any key information. Welcome back to Loaf. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and switch on the notification bell to receive updates on new celebrity videos. Let's jump right into the video and find out Logan Paul's response to Andrew Tate's most recent free fight callout. Logan Paul's stance on Andrew Tate being deplatformed. Logan Paul, only a few years ago, seemed to be in the position Andrew Tate is in now, where the entire world hated him for his infamous Japan video, which shall not be named. Since then, he's clearly redeemed himself, and the public's perception slowly changed over time, and he's arguably one of the more liked creators on social media, where he's collaborated with KSI with Prime, which is set to do $100 million in its first year of launch, which is ridiculous how fast it's grown, and really shows the power certain influencers carry. You would think with this Tate situation, considering Logan never had a problem with Tate prior to him getting cancelled, once he inevitably did, he wouldn't have to support Tate but acknowledge how second chances can be given. Those were most certainly not what Logan Paul had on his mind when it came to Tate, as he essentially folded and stated this on his podcast.
I don't feel like platforming this guy. I don't feel like giving him the blessing of being my dance partner in the ring, especially after the social media platforms have made it very clear how they feel about this guy, right? And I would even put a little call out here to like fellow creators and even JJ, like, you want to re-platform this guy? Anyone? You want to have him on your shows? You want to give him another opportunity to speak and spread his agenda?
To me, it's embarrassing Logan Paul's take on it all, especially since Tate is in a similar position to what he was in. It's clear his manager, or whoever shoved it down his throat, that Andrew Tate needs to stay banned, and he obeyed. All the comments were flooded with stuff like, easily the biggest Dell take I've seen from Logan. Pretty pathetic, man. Not even a fan of Tate, but this is just a joke. Bowing down to the social media gods. Sounds like Logan's sponsors and business partners are speaking through him, lol. Hypocritical as you can get. Glad he's gone. How can someone who understands how unjust that is being deplatformed, despite Tate merely sharing his opinions, act to shut him down? Big L for Logan. What's actually dangerous is shutting people down who you don't agree with. I'm interested to know your guys' stance on this. Is the deplatforming of Tate deserved? And what do you think about Logan Paul's opinion on all of this? Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Andrew Tate calls out Logan Paul on recent podcast. Literally yesterday on a podcast, Andrew Tate went on Logan Paul for what he said on the podcast. And he made some very valid points that people just don't want to admit publicly.
So first things first, I want to make it very, very clear that Logan Paul is absolutely not really a tool of the Matrix. He's a bought and sold individual with no soul. He doesn't stand up for anything, and he doesn't mean anything he says. He gets pieces of paper from Susan or whoever else telling him what he's allowed to say on his channel to retain it.
You believe that?
100%. Not only do I believe it, he's proved it himself. He will flip-flop on any issue. He can be bought and sold. The dude's a bitch. Logan Paul is a bitch, and I will say that here publicly. If anyone wants, I'll fight him for free. The guy's an idiot.
No money needed to fight Logan Paul.
Logan Paul doesn't believe in any of the things he says.
Straight off the bat, he's challenging Logan Paul to a free fight, which is something the entire world would want to see. Logan did previously state he doesn't want to platform him, but time will tell, and we could definitely see this fight eventually happening, especially if the likes of Dazn are willing to have Tate on their card.
As soon as something comes out, whether it's Harry Styles wearing a dress, whether it's Lil Nas twerking on the devil, whether it's this, he just sits there and goes, yeah, this is great. Yeah, this is great. He is a talking piece. He is the mouthpiece for the agenda. The people have come along, people who are trying to force a narrative, and they said, look, we need to have some degree of control over the exact demographic that Tate has control over. We're going to use Logan Paul and attempt to use him. And he sits there and just purports the bullshit points of view that the whole Hollywood establishment want him to purport.
In terms of bowing down to mob mentality, Logan Paul is exceptionally known for doing this, especially with the examples Tate used. Since he got cancelled back in 2018, he obviously has PTSD and just wants the public to accept him. It's clear as day. Logan's brother Jake even stated he supports freedom of speech even though he wants to KO Tate, which is what you want to see. Not Logan, out of all people, supporting censorship. It's shocking if you ask me. Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoveTube for future celebrity videos, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.